Christopher, should I call you Christopher or Chris?
Chris, please.
I'm going to ask you to count us down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, when the battery's in.
Okay.
Please. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How do you prepare for your parts?
I learn my lines and I don't bump into the furniture. It's always about the script for me. The selection of a role is about the script, because I do believe that no matter how good the actor, you can't be good without a decent script.
Is it very different when you're preparing for something on stage compared to when you're preparing for a film or a TV film?
Very, very different. I've done mostly television and film in my professional career. What I've realised is that when you rehearse a play, there's a 4-week, 5-week, 6 weeks period of rehearsal. And during the day, during that rehearsal period, you don't get the illusion of having succeeded. Whereas on a film set, if you get a number of takes and eventually somebody's going to go, that's great, let's move on. But theatre is much more about failure and living with failure over a period of time. So it's very different. It's much more difficult, I think.
So when you're on a long run in the theatre, it never gets boring?
If it gets boring, you're doing something wrong. You should never allow it to get boring, because people have paid a lot of money, and more importantly, they've invested their time to come and sit there and watch you. So it gets... I remember playing Jeanne in Miss Julie at the Haymarket Theatre in the West End, and I can remember one moment on stage in the middle of the run where I thought, I'm going mad here, because I'm doing exactly tonight what I did last night and what I'm going to do tomorrow night. I'm going to say this line, the actress is going to move there, that's going to drop. So there's a kind of madness to it, which I love.
When you are on stage,
Yeah,
this is going to sound a slightly strange question. Go on.
I'm a slightly strange man. So.
Is there any of Christopher Eccleston left in you, or are you totally inhabiting the part you're playing?
I think there's a lot of Christopher Eccleston still in there, because your raw material as an actor is yourself and your own experiences and your own feelings about things. What's interesting about them is they get refracted and filtered through your imaginary creation of this character. So I would say he's still around.
When you're off stage during an interval, do you switch off?
Well, that's a very interesting question, because I believe that I do switch off. What I've learned, both with film, television and stage, is that you never quite switch off. I think if you spent a couple of hours or an entire day replicating somebody else's emotions, you may well be having a conversation as Chris Eccleston, but that character's still around. And that's not a mystical thing or a pretentious thing. It's just you've been playing with your chemistry set of your emotions, and as we all know, they kind of work despite us. So I don't think I ever switch off. I'm usually, when I'm on stage, I'm thinking back to what the key moments of the scenes that I've just done, and how that can influence what I'm going to do later.
Have you ever thought of a female role, seen a female role and thought, hang on a second, I'd rather love to play that, but I can't because I'm a man?
No, I mean, and I think it's fair to say there's such an imbalance when it comes to male and female roles. It's so much more difficult for female actors that I would never do that. I mean, it's very interesting to note that all the female roles originally in Shakespeare were played by males. I know that's been explored at the Globe Theatre and by Propeller. What I've always longed to do is play a woman. In the way that, for instance, Dustin Hoffman had a go, because that surely to convince an audience that you've changed your gender has got to be the ultimate achievement. So I'd love to drag up.
You've played Hamlet. Is there another Shakespearean role that you would love to play?
Macbeth. Macbeth first. I want to do Shylock. I want to do Richard III. I'd like to do Titus Andronicus, King John. There's a lot of Shakespearean roles I'd like to do. Yeah, I've not done as much of that as I would like.
Do you read your own press? Only 15 seconds ago.
Yes, I have read my own press, and I've suffered for it.
How do you deal with fame?
With aplomb, I hope.
Interests outside work, very quickly.
Running, reading, and music.
And you run quite a few marathons.
I've run 4 marathons, yeah.
When was the last one?
2000.
Any sporting ambitions for the future?
I want to run the Cornish Coastal Path. I think there's a section of it which is about 28 miles, and I want to do that. It's my favourite running area.
We're totally cheating, but you are a Man U fan, aren't you?
I am a Man U fan, yes.
So am I. Very good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.